What's going on, football family? This is Coach Wood, and I am so excited to be back with you to kick off the week, you guys, and start a new week of Weekday Huddle with Coach Wood. So if you are joining us for the first time, welcome to the channel. Please make sure that you come back because this is the channel, you guys, where every single week we talk football, and we talk football that pertains to you young athletes out there, you parents, you coaches, you fans of football. We talk the serious stuff. This isn't just stats and soap opera stuff. This is about what really matters to the athletes, the people who are in the game, the families of the athletes. So we take a unique spin to our content, you guys, with Before You Go Pro and with the Weekday Huddle. So please make sure that you hit that like, subscribe button so that you get the notification whenever we publish new content on behalf of the Weekday Huddle and Before You Go Pro. Also, you guys, make sure that you go down in the description box. Make sure you check out the resources specifically for football players and their families. So make sure that you check out the resources. We've got recruiting stuff, we've got NIL stuff, and it's all geared towards taking you to the next level. So excited to be back with you, and we have a phenomenal week, you guys, of content planned for you guys. And today's topic is a deep one, you guys, because if you were watching football recently, you saw probably the best two players in the game when you talk about the offensive side and the defensive side of the game. I never seen it where the superstar offensive player and the superstar defensive player get traumatic injuries on the same weekend. But Micah Parsons for the Green Bay Packers tears his ACL the same weekend, the same day, you guys, as Pat Mahomes, obviously first ballot legend for the Kansas City Chiefs. So the very same day, you guys, probably the top offensive player in the league, and quite frankly, maybe the top defensive player, 1, 2, 3 defensive player in the NFL, tear their ACLs on the same weekend, you guys. Absolutely terrible for those athletes, for their families, for those organizations, especially the Chiefs, and especially Green Bay. They gave away a bunch to get Parsons, you guys. So absolutely terrible for those two organizations, and absolutely terrible for the NFL. The NFL never wants its superstars, its bona fide superstars, to be on the bench. So this was a terrible weekend when you talk injuries, catastrophic injuries, you guys. But it brings me to the bigger question. Are you ready for football tax? Because football is going to tax you. Football is definitely going to tax you. Really, anything that you want to be great at is going to come with a price. But football has a heavy price, you guys. And everybody that goes far in football or talks about being great in football will eventually be taxed. Now, what's the tax, Coach Wood? The tax could be many different things. And then here's the thing that we tell our athletes with Before You Go Pro. You guys are playing a team sport, but guess what? You guys are all individual contractors. You're going to have your own journey, your own football testimony, your own football highs and lows. And if you stay in this game long enough, you're going to get taxed. Nobody gets through this game unscathed, you guys. So somebody who could look like they're having a red carpet career, you guys, and, look at Micah Parsons, look at Pat Mahomes, somebody that could be looking like they're having a red carpet career, and I'm sure they all have been through their own trials and tribulations, but from the outside looking in, always been a superstar, always been on the field, always had things go their way. I know that Micah had some things going on in Dallas, but he was on the field and everybody knew he was going to make money. So sometimes we're outside looking in and everything looks red carpet and roses and peaches and cream. And then guess what? That football tax comes. And it comes for everybody, you guys. It comes for everybody. So what is football tax? Football tax could be injuries. Football tax can be injuries. You could be going quite fine along your career, everything trending perfectly, and then a catastrophic injury, like we saw with these two gentlemen. It could be a coaching change where everything's going right in your career, things are on the up and up, and then now all of a sudden, like Ole Miss, your coach is leaving, and you're a freshman somewhere. Or maybe you're at a high school, you're at a junior college, maybe you're the quarterback, the offense is looking nice. Now a new coach is coming in, wants to change the offense. It's football tax. And with football tax is there to see how bad you really want it, to see if you can pay for the big talk and the dreams that you're talking about. Everybody wants to go D1. Everybody wants to go to NFL, but nobody wants to pay any tax. We got a young man at the University of Cal Berkeley, Jacob De Jesus, shout out. He had to go to junior college. That was his football tax. He always knew he wanted to play at a big time school like Cal and maybe have an opportunity to play in the NFL, which he is, because he leads the ACC in receptions. But guess what? Nobody wanted to give him a shot out of high school because he's 5'0". He was making big time plays in high school, the same plays that we see him making now on Saturdays at Cal, getting paid money for, and nobody wanted to give him a shot out of high school. So he had to pay the football tax. That was his football tax. And tax can come later too. But what's the football tax for you? Is it a coaching change? Is it an injury that you're going through? Is it the fact that nobody's calling your phone and you got to stay right mentally? What is the football tax? For me, it was two things. It was injuries. I had terrible hamstring injuries. I was literally in Lambeau running a 40-yard dash at their facility for the Green Bay Packers. If I run a 4.445, they're going to sign me. My grandfather's a Hall of Famer there. They're going to sign me. And guess what? During the 40-yard dash, totally blow out my hamstring. Could not even finish the workout. They flew me there for the workout. Could not finish the workout. Football tax. So then I had a dilemma. Do I still want to do this? Do I want to pay the tax and continue to do this? And I did play a little bit longer. I went to Canada, went to Arena League, but I had to determine if I wanted to pay the tax. When I was in college, the coach who recruited me, the head coach who recruited me, he leaves. He leaves my redshirt freshman year. So now I got to play 3 years under a new coach that I probably wouldn't have signed up to play for. And we didn't have the portal. I couldn't beam up like you guys can beam up today. We didn't have the portal. So I had to decide if I want to play here at the University of Colorado, if I want to play big time ball, guess what? I got to pay this tax. And my tax came in the form of having to deal with the new coach. So do not get it twisted, you guys. There's reasons why everybody can't make it in this game. It's because not everybody is willing to pay the tax. And the tax comes. Sometimes it comes at the beginning of your career. Maybe you got somebody very talented in front of you, or somebody, there's some politics, and the coach likes that kid because he's friends with the kid's dad. So you're paying some tax. You're on the bench because there's some politics going on. Or some nepotism. That's the coach's son. So that's your tax. I've had athletes that were big time recruits and then all of a sudden blown out ACL, MCL, just like these gentlemen, Pat Mahomes and Parsons. Blows out his knee. Shout out Hassan Mahassan. Blows out his knee when he's on the way up. It's nothing that he did. Nothing that he did personally. He's got great grades. Treats the coaches great, works his tail off, but had never had to pay tax. And then the injury came. And that was his tax. And he had to work through that, and he had to decide if he wanted to keep fighting for those dreams. And for him, the answer was yes. He's playing Division I football at Georgetown now, balling out. But he could have hung it up. He didn't have to pay the tax. So in this game, you guys, keep in mind this is a very, very tough game. It's tough physically. It's also tough mentally. And at some point in time, there will be some tax that is owed and has to be paid for you to get to the next level. Look at what Joe Burrow's going through. Football tax. And he had already, transferred from Ohio State to LSU because he wasn't playing at Ohio State. Football tax, right? So you guys, keep that in mind. It's not always going to be red carpet. Look at somebody like Reggie Bush, red carpet career. Then all of a sudden they take your Heisman away. Football tax. So this game will be tough at times. There will be adversity, but guess what? If you have support, if you have strong-minded people around you, people that love you, if you give gratitude, even when things get a little tough, then things will pan out for you. You know, God bless Pat Mahomes. God bless Micah Parsons. Hopefully, we love watching those guys. Hopefully, they can come back and be just as good as they always were. But who knows? Those are catastrophic injuries. ACLs, MCL, the catastrophic injuries for some athletes. Some guys never come back the same. So we pray for those gentlemen, and hopefully they can bounce back. But I know there's some of you out there that might be dealing with injuries as well. Are you going to pay the tax and keep the party moving? So hopefully we get to find out how things go for you. Make sure that you reach out to us. Any questions that you young football players have, any questions that you parents have, you coaches, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. If you guys have topics that you want to talk about, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, because this is for you. This is coaching. This is our time to get in the huddle Monday through Friday, you guys, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm right here to coach up, all right? But do not forget, there is a tax that's due, and we all have to pay it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but can you see these scars? You see these scars? There's a scar. Look. You see the scar? Can you see it? Those are torn ligaments, surgeries, thumbs, and they hurt now as I get older. This is tax, baby. This is football tax. And my tax wasn't as much as some people. So, hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of Weekday Huddle with Coach Wood. I'm having a ball. I know you guys are too. Also, realize we got so much other content. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on X, at Before You Go Pro, because we want to connect with you. Also, if you're a young athlete or you know a young athlete that needs some recruiting support, we're in the midst of it. We're talking to a lot of college coaches right now, so we would love to support you as well. Make sure you go to the website, www.beforeyougopro.com. Check out some of the resources that we have there. Also, down in the description box, go down to the description box. That has been specifically curated for young football players, families of football players, and coaches. All the resources down there in the description box as well. But once again, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you in the huddle tomorrow, baby. Coach Wood, we'll see you at the top.